Whisper of Dreams, Gertrude's Journey. In the heart of a lush, green valley, flanked by towering snow-capped mountains and bathed by the shimmering light of an ethereal twilight sun, stood an ancient tree known to the villagers as the Dreaming Tree. This magnificent tree, unique in its majesty, was unlike any other. Its twisting, spiraling branches danced gracefully towards the skies, adorned with leaves of a mesmerizing emerald hue. These were not ordinary leaves, for when brewed into a tea, they possessed the uncanny ability to imbue the drinker with mastery over their dreams. The story today swirls around a young, courageous girl, whom we'll call Gertrude. Gertrude lived in the valley with her family, including her younger brother Zachary, a boy full of life, joy, and endless curiosity. Unfortunately, a mysterious illness had befallen Zachary, rendering him trapped in a deep slumber from which he could not wake. One day, Gertrude, desperate to help her brother, was led by an old villager's tale to the Dreaming Tree. The tale spoke of a mythical realm reachable only through dreams where one might find a cure for ailments beyond earthly remedies. Without hesitation, Gertrude bravely plucked a single, shimmering leaf from the tree and brewed the magic tea. As Gertrude sipped the verdant brew, eyelids growing heavy, the world around seemed to dissolve. Where the humble kitchen once was, a swirling vortex of colors appeared, gradually manifesting into a dreamscape, a surreal representation of her reality. In this fantastical realm, everything was eerily familiar yet distinctly strange. The mountains, the village, her home, they all seemed distorted, as if viewed through a whimsical, bending mirror. The normally azure skies were now a prismatic canvas, and the landscape sparkled under the twilight sun, which pulsed like a radiant heartbeat. And there, in the center of it all, stood the Dreaming Tree, even grander and more mystical. Gertrude set off towards the tree, but as this dreamscape was not bound by earthly rules, each step was a leap of faith. At times, the ground would melt into a river of stars, or the air would thicken into a veil of silver mist. Gertrude, undeterred, navigated through these obstacles with tenacity, resilience, and unwavering resolve. Once she reached the Dreaming Tree, she found Zachary, or rather a dream version of him, swinging on its branches, giggling with delight. However, as Gertrude approached, a menacing shadow swooped down, capturing Dream Zachary and darting off into the mountains. Gertrude, determined to save Zachary, set off on a chase, navigating the dreamy, distorted terrain, battling apparitions of her fears, and traversing rivers of stardust. The shadow-carrying Dream Zachary led Gertrude to the foot of a colossal mountain, its peak shrouded in swirling mists. Gertrude stared up at the looming ascent. This was no ordinary climb. The mountain would shapeshift, its surfaces alternating between slippery ice and sticky marshmallow, its paths vanishing and reappearing. Through sheer grit, Gertrude began her climb, every muscle in the young girl's body straining against the shifting surfaces. As she climbed higher, the mountain grew harsher. Razor-sharp winds howled around her, while frost attempted to cement her feet to the icy slopes. With unyielding perseverance, Gertrude reached the top, where the shadow had retreated into a cave. Inside, she found Dream Zachary trapped inside a crystal cocoon suspended by threads of darkness. Guarding the cocoon was the shadow creature, a menacing figure which seemed to be a manifestation of the illness that had taken hold of Zachary. Gertrude, despite feeling a pang of fear, stood tall and addressed the shadow creature, her voice echoing in the eerie silence of the cave. With heartfelt emotion, she spoke of the love for her brother, of the vibrant life he led, and of the void his absence had created. Each word echoed through the cave, causing the shadow creature to shudder and recoil. Feeling a surge of hope, Gertrude reached into the pocket of her dress, withdrawing the dreaming tree leaf she had carried with her. Holding the leaf out, she willed the vibrant essence of dreams and hope it helped to spread through the cave. In response, the cave transformed, its grim darkness giving way to a soft, calming light. The shadow creature, no match for the unyielding love and courage, hissed and slowly dissipated, leaving behind only the crystal cocoon. The threads of darkness holding it suspended melted away, letting the cocoon lower gently onto the cave floor. With a soft touch, Gertrude shattered the crystal cocoon, freeing Dream Zachary. The moment she did, a blinding light enveloped them, and when Gertrude opened her eyes, she found herself back in her humble kitchen. Zachary, no longer entrapped in his endless slumber, was blinking his eyes open.